Well, a good morning to all of you. I guess we're kind of starting off where we broke down on the last week's episode, and the game had forgotten that I had already harvested all that sorghum, so we're doing it again. And as well as that, I did grab a couple contracts, and one of them was this potato field. And I will be perfectly honest with you guys, I did get myself a heavily modded potato harvester because there was no way I was doing this entire potato field with just a normal potato harvester. That was not going to happen. So I went and got the Colossus modded potato harvester, which does an exorbitant amount of potatoes at one time. And yeah, it is doing wonders. As you can see on my mini map there, he's probably almost a quarter way done, and that's only his third pass, so that's a good thing. And we do have some other business we need to take care of today, but we'll get to that. We shall get to that right shortly. Once again, we get to put all this sorghum in there and feed it to the chickens just like last week, because our game crashed and just did not remember. So it is what it is. You know, we can sit here and complain all day, or we can just take it in stride and say, you know what, still a good day. And we do have a couple other contracts that we're looking to finish. You can see right here, I got a canola field that I want to harvest for Mr. Jimmy Caldwell, and I'll be borrowing his combine as well as putting mine on there, which should make things a little quicker. And then there's this fertilizing contract, which I thought was kind of nice. We could do that as well. I borrowed her tractor as well, so that should make for some easy work and nice little chunk of change. Okay, well, let's get the fertilizer spreader going. Kind of the no-brainer work here. We'll let him do his thing. We've got some bigger fish to fry, so this guy can go ahead and do his thing. This guy, I got no clue what's happening, but that machine is not having a good time, that is for sure. Okay, and this is going to take a lot of work. You know, I think it'll be just as fast if I go and deliver this. He seems to be running against something. You see his wheels turning? Not sure what that is. But yeah, even when he stopped, he's still wheels spinning. This is what you get for having funky mods. Anyway, where are these potatoes going? That's what we gotta figure out. These are going to BF Grain Gate 1. Lucky for us, this machine actually does go quite fast. It is surprisingly fast. For a harvester, it should never be that. Should never be this fast, but yet here we are. Oh, that's ridiculous. This thing's frame is gonna break. Look at how ridiculous that is. And yes, it can go to 70. It can do more than 72. I have a feeling once these potatoes are off, it's going to drive faster again. It's having a hard time with the weight of all the potatoes. Like, there's 2 million liters of potatoes in here. Yeah, 2.4 million. So that's kind of ridiculous altogether. Oh well. Part of the fun, I suppose. And I'm going cross country. I know I should really be taking the roads and all that, but you know what? When we got potatoes like this coming out of our yin-yang, you gotta deliver these as fast as you can so we can finish this contract and make some of the serious cash here. Alright, I'm gonna go hop my way over to BF Grains Gate 1. Alright, here we are. Now, question is, can I dump? I may have to fold this up first. Get over to this side. And then now Is this gonna work? This is the question. Yeah, appears to be working. Yeah, this is gonna take a while to dump, so I'll see you guys whenever this is done. So here's kind of what it looks like. As you can see, this game is cheating big time by having the 50-meter spread for the header, but otherwise this potato field would take unreasonably long, and we don't have that kind of time, especially with potatoes where, you know, it's about as wide as that header, like 4 or 5 rows at one time. Yeah, I wasn't gonna do that. And yes, the machine probably cost me $60,000 to rent it, but when you see the $300,000 paycheck, you know, then suddenly you're gaining about 5 times what the rent is. So, you know, to take 4 out of 5, I will gladly do that. That is not a problem to me. Oh, looks like he left a strip there. That's alright. You can see he's running a little bit smoother. He's not hopping quite as much because the weight's not there. Out here on the canola field, we're just getting that started. We do have to bring the farmer's own combine on here yet too, but we'll get there. I just figured we could send ours there first, and then we'll get to business here. Fertilizing is going well. They seem to be knowing what they're doing. Fertilizing is kind of, you know, you don't really need to babysit the workers usually. So I guess that means, you know, we can jump on board with this combine. And yeah, let's bring this to the other canola field, or to the canola field, and give our combine a hand. We did rent the combine from the farmer, so no reason why we can't use it. Alright, let's put the X9 to work as well. There we go. You can tell it's definitely got a wider cut than the our old case there, and probably go faster too. Well, maybe not, it's only 10, but it's definitely got a much wider cut, and that's a good thing. It is a much bigger, newer combine. Let's go see what everyone else is doing. So there's our truck to haul the canola. Fertilizing looking good. And this guy, what's this lunatic doing again? Squiggling about. He just might get that row done. Maybe. It'll be pretty darn close. Let me see if I can fix that for you, sir. You can tell the money's going down really fast, but it's okay. Thing is, you know, this machine costs a lot for a hired hand to drive. It costs a lot of money. And yeah, it's a lot of money to rent as well, but that's okay, because this should be a really good contract once it's all said and done. And that is the plan. And now with that field all done, I'm going to head on over to the BF Grains gate number 1, and once again we're going to go dump these potatoes, and I am very hopeful that we'll be able to at least, you know, keep some of the potatoes for ourselves. Even if it was just one dump truck load for ourselves, that would be huge, just for our pigs. And if we all of a sudden happen to have more, you know, that's not a bad thing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to basically, I'm going to dump until it says contract's finished, and then the rest I'm going to put up at the elevator, and we'll save them in there for now because we don't really have the bunker space for it. And I'm pretty sure I can dump this at the elevator. That's at least the plan for now, until something changes. So once again, same procedures we normally do. We'll try to dump it into gate number 1. We'll try to minimize the amount that gets dumped in there and save the rest for ourselves. So we know that most of this is probably going to have to go in there, probably 75% worth. I might be able to keep 25, maybe 20%. I'm just watching the contract right now just to see what will happen if we can indeed save a little bit for ourselves. Say about there. 92% it says, so we know we got to do a little more. Alright. There we go. That's it. We got a nice 21,000 out of it. And we have a almost, well, we have 400,000 liters. We don't need that much for our pigs that we're gonna have. But you know what? We actually want to sell it, so why not? Oh, to be so indecisive, eh? Alright, I do have a plan. I do have a plan. Whether we like it or not, I do have a plan. I'm hopeful we'll be able to dump a fair bit, but I don't think we'll be able to dump this entire thing. Somehow I doubt that. And then hopefully I don't get a train just come crashing into me mid-dump, because that would be my luck. Oh, I was able to use all of it. Very nice. Alright. Good. That solves all of that. Now, before we go any further, these are our leased items. We shall return. Thank you kindly. So that means right now we should have a fair bit of potatoes in here. We can rent a train, but we won't, not as of yet. We need to go and get our grain. I believe our combines are full. I have the suspicion that both of the combines are going to be full. I don't really want to take out that sign, but I didn't want to drive my canola either. So we'll get this little red combine first, and then we'll go see where the John Deere is. He appears to be a little closer to the other side of the field. There we go. Yeah, you just dumped it all in here, and we shall haul that away for you. While he's doing that, why don't we collect payment? $300,000. My goodness. Well, definitely looking a lot better now, isn't it? I'm sure that 300,000 is not going to last, but for as long as it does, I will gladly take it. I am very happy to take it. And I know a little bit of that is going to get cut off for the lease payment that we have to make on that Colossus, because we did use it for a better part of an hour. But that's okay. I think it was still well worth it, because, you know, 300,000, that's a good price. The John Deere definitely fills in quicker from the look of it. Like, I think it's got a higher capacity discharge than the old Case combine, which makes sense. It is, you know, much newer, much bigger, and I'm sure that discharge pipe is much bigger. Oh, that's full, so then we can go here. And whatever this is, whatever it happens to be, I think we will just go and dump that at the yeah, it's BF Grains 1. That's what's gonna happen. Yep. So it's only 64%, but I think it's just as good a time as any to dump it at BF Grains 1. You know, I figured I would just drop the sorghum off at the chicken coop. Wouldn't you know it? No more barn. So apparently when my game crashed, it took off, well, took off all my save stuff, and so I had to re-download all my mods, and I forgot to download my barn. So a lot of that 370 is going to go into animals now. That is not cool. So I guess first thing we got to do is go get a tractor and move those that skid of eggs, because otherwise the game won't allow us to place a building there. And yeah, let's clean that all up, I guess. And I guess along with the chicken coop, it also means our beehives disappeared, so that's also not cool. Oh man. Gotta love it when games crash because you never think of everything at once. And it's always a disaster. Oh well. Hey, we could sit here and complain all day, couldn't we? Should we really want to, but... Is that gonna help me or you? Probably not. There's no sense in doing that all day. We'll just quickly rebuild. I don't know, was there a tornado in my town? I don't know what it was. Anyway, whatever it is. It sure sucked and did not help me to make money. How much I know. Okay, now that we have our barn back and probably placed better than it was before, they gave it a lot more room for the pallets and all that. Now we'll try to set this up so that, you know, give them a little bit of this sorghum, which is very handy that we have it. And we'll have to go buy chickens all over again, because, you know, the game likes to shaft us once in a while. Nothing like having the game screw you. Does it sound like I'm complaining a lot? Because it kind of sounds like it, doesn't it? I'm just gonna park the truck right there. Done. Now we remember that we had 155 chickens and 1 rooster. That was how many we had. So we get 1 rooster. Thank you. Oh, and then there we go. Beautiful. Chickens are back in action. And see how much more room there is now with for the skids and the eggs and all that? I think that'll be a lot better. We'll be able to drive through here a lot nicer. And there's still a bit of room here. We did bump it over just a little bit. You can see from the old pavement versus the new. We pushed it just a little more toward the grass field, which is fine. The mower still have a lot of room to swing around because it's even closer here toward this fence than anything. Anyway, we should go check on our combines. They're doing alright. Oh, he's getting close to full. You can tell that John Deere is definitely cutting its share of the work. And Farmer's Mac truck is parked right here, ready to go. I imagine before the combine gets to the end of the row, it'll need to be unloaded. The fertilizer spreader appears to be on his last pass right there. That's good. Yeah, that should be the last of it, and we can finish off that contract. Bring back all that equipment, make a little more coin, and see once we get finished this canola field what it'll look like then. We had just said that it was just about done, and there you go, it's all completed. So collect. And there we go. Almost $40,000 in payment. That is good. Good revenue to have. You can see that the wages are slowing down there now. And that is because the workers no longer buying fertilizer. Which I'm very thankful for because that is usually very, very expensive. And one of these days I'm going to, you know, just go about and do the right thing and just buy a whole bunch of fertilizer and put it into a bin, and we'll always load up our fertilizer that way. But I guess it just hasn't quite been this day yet. Maybe sometime soon. I'll put it on that central yard that we're going to be driving by here shortly. That way it's easy access for no matter what field. Our John Deere combine that we rented is doing the final pass there, and we're just cleaning out our combine here. We'll send it on its way back home. We'll empty out the John Deere, and then we can ship this off and see what we made for profits. I'm going to just send this guy on over to the roadside, and hopefully I don't get smoked by the train again like I did before. That would be fantastic. Okay. It's not a huge paycheck for this one, but it is what it is. I will take it. It is canola, and there's not a lot of fields that are left. with anything useful on them, because as you guys saw, we had to do like potatoes, and nobody likes potatoes. Hey, hey, hey! There he goes, knocking over signs again. Unreal. Just taking a look here at our costs for today. Well, for August anyway, $14,000 in fertilizer. Harvest income's brought $22,000. Contract income has been $361,000, and wages have been $3,400. So there's a good chunk. And then vehicle leasing was almost $25,000. We did a little construction in the barn there, $45,000. $8,500 worth of chickens, but we got the contract complete, and we dropped almost $10,000 or 10,000 liters of canola back in the elevator. Topped off from the other field we did the other day, and look at that, potatoes. We have 435,000. I think we could do 500,000 at our max. So there you are. That is not bad at all. And I see that next month barley can be planted, and then the month after will be wheat. That's fun to think about. Maybe we'll have to do some of that. We shall see what the time shall bring. But anyway, all the equipment is back home, and we're just saving our content so that if the game does indeed crash, that we're not left screwed. And let's just take a look. I believe this field should be halfway harvested. This one here is ready for harvest, as is this and this and this. But this one right here we did last week or the week before, and this is the one we just finished. Things are looking up. And now, because we had such a bountiful harvest, I was thinking, should we grab field number 7? If you want to see what it costs about 170,000. So that would be, roughly about half of what our current bank balance is, which wouldn't be bad. And it would be right in line with that block that we already own. I think it could be pretty beneficial. That is, I don't even see how big it is. But yeah. You guys think we should buy it? Because I sure do. I think it would help to bump up the farm's value, definitely. So that's what I think we'll do. To close off, I think we shall buy this field. And this one doesn't have anything on it. There's no crops or anything. It's been freshly plowed. So it's kind of our world to do with as we wish. So who knows? We'll put something on there, no doubt. And with that in mind, I think it's a good time to leave you guys to enjoy the rest of your day, and just like to thank everyone for hopping back on and checking out the next episode here. It was quite the disappointment when I found out that my game just crashed out of nowhere. So yeah, thanks again for coming by. Thanks again for watching the video. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week.